Welcome to another St. By Night revamped production. The following is rated for mature audiences and may contain graphic themes that will be distressing to some viewers. As always, we recommend you ensure the safety and well-being of yourself and those around you at all times. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back, everybody, to St. By Night, a massive multiplayer TTRPG set in the wonderful St. Petersburg and Tampa Bay area. My name is Cole. I'm the storyteller for this evening, and this is our ragtag hunter cell. You can find us at St. By Night basically on all socials. Come and watch us on Twitch. Catch up with the VOD or on YouTube. Hang around. We play Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, and Hunter the Reckoning. So tonight we are pondering on down to Bradenton, slightly south and across the bay entrance of St. Petersburg, to a rather busy little museum. We come on in to find 4 interesting but less interested individuals listening to one of their own give them a bit of extra information. Where's everybody at tonight? How are we feeling?
Nick has spent most of the last week cleaning. So he is just ready to get this over with and get that bag. Just as a side note, the cell probably smells like juniper and pine. Very strongly. And not like cleaning pine. Like he burnt pine needles. Kind of pine. And he is just sitting on the couch, listening to William. Like a good student.
Where's Victor at this evening? Would he be chilling on the couch? Is he checking out the security footage? Where's he at? Where's his headspace at tonight?
I think Victor will be actually showing Emery the perfect crossbow he got since the last time. Like, very proud of him. Like, I could do it. I knew it. Look, that's that beauty.
Now, bearing in mind, Emery, this is a 9 successes, I believe, on a critical crossbow.
Yep.
This is better than the ones you guys made the other week. So he's sitting there quite proudly displaying this to you while William's trying to get your attention. How's Emery reacting to this?
She's excited for him. She's excited to know that there's someone else in the cell that is working on the weaponry and ammunition of this group that is severely lacking.
Obedience, am I right?
And Ella.
Ella probably sending off when last text to Lana, checking in. She's been running the business during the day, like she has been. So she's just checking in and then probably half listening to William.
She'd probably get just a picture message back, just Lana sitting next to the foreshore where she's staying. Just, I wish you were here. It's gorgeous. Things like that. So, William, you have an amazing amount of information. How much of this do you wish to impart this evening?
He's definitely going to impart all of the information that he has on that he can reasonably impart within the amount of time that we have about the nature of the potential foe we're going up against. There's a lot of, for all of you to know, there are, from my research, potentially 2 distinct variants of daywalkers in terms of potential ties to vampires. Seems like there's a older variant that has been creatures that are mainly servants of the older ones, true night walkers, as we would understand them. We're not really certain what they are, if they are vampires themselves, or if they're something distinct. But in any case, they can withstand the sun and seem to operate within the day. And then there's another type that has been more modern that we can't really. I haven't really got as much information on those. But while the other one seems to have a distinctly weaker form, these ones seem to be alchemists of some kind, capable of committing great dark effects that we can't necessarily totally comprehend. Victor, pay attention. We need more information on these. However, it seems as if they die like any other vampire, and staking them may just kill them, unlike regular ones. I don't know. I've got a variety of different information. Nothing concrete yet.
So what you say is we need hazmat suit now?
Not necessarily. I mean, maybe that's not a bad idea. But no, like alchemy, like they're able to produce like potions using their blood. It seems like. I'm not really certain. I don't know what.
William.
Sure, transmutation, if we want to use the magical term, I guess. They're able to create chemical effects using their blood that shouldn't be possible. I don't know what that means. I don't know how it works. But I'm sure as hell going to figure it out. Anyway.
They are still more easy to actually take down, if I understand correctly.
No, we don't know yet. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. They seem to be more fragile. But I mean, the other one went down with a gunshot, so.
Multiple.
To be fair, that was one really good place gunshot to the head, and everyone else blasting it to Kingdom Come and back with bullets. If you're saying if we stake one of these and they might die, the power differential there just on that alone is drastically different.
And I
I
mean,
don't know.
we don't know their
I-
abilities. I'm not going to put you at risk and actually letting you approach them to be, I don't know,
Well,
potion
too bad
attacked?
because
I don't know.
too bad. We have we have me and Ella are going in during the day. You guys are going in at night, so you won't be there. Anyway, I also have this, and he's gonna pull out the schematics from his bag
Yep.
and lay them across the coffee table, moving Ella's coffee over to the side that is almost certainly there. And then he's gonna draw up the entrances and exits to the building. Is he gonna know? Were there any specific extra exits that he would know about? Any like potential like emergency exits that aren't obvious on the building?
So,
Doors.
what you see on the schematics you are able to access. So you can see, as you saw on the images that you were given, there is a front door, roller door. There is a front office door. There is a side, appears to be like standard warehousing entrance. And what you can see on the schematics is a singular back door. There are several windows. You can see the entry point for the electricity. It is, according to the plans, there is an office as you walk in to the door. Then there is a back office section and a large, almost warehouse style. That is all that you can see on the schematics. It does not have additional, it's got like the extra electricity input. I don't know if you guys use 3-phase over there, but it's like the higher quality electrical outlets that are used for industrial. And there's, basic fire alarms. You don't get a lot based on that council schematic. It looks like just a warehouse. If you wanted to be able to get any more of an understanding of what you know is in there, based on the information in the dossier from CC, then you probably need to get eyes on it, if that makes sense. Because it's also quite commonly known that people often modify these. There is a bathroom and facilities, a small bathroom and facilities area on it. You also know, as you knew earlier, there is the back exit. So there's the side drive, and there is a back exit onto an additional laneway. And it's also backed onto train tracks, so someone could just take off over the back as well on foot. So that's additional information that you have. Was there anything else you were hoping to get from these schematics?
So there's no like sewers entrance or anything that we know of, so that's cool.
It is Florida. There is trains, but they're probably not going to be quite large, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want to crawl.
So, yeah.
I mean,
do we know where, because we brought up electricity multiple times, based on the schematics, just in case we need it, is there a place where we could hypothetically cut the power to the building?
Yes.
And get it all cut? Lovely. That's getting a special little circle.
If you're talking about the exterior of the premises where a circuit breaker or circuit board might be, yeah.
no
Lovely.
no other electricity points like a generator. Yes, I don't know.
Do you
It wouldn't be.
do you mean a transformer on a power pole or something like that?
Yeah, something you can actually take the place of the main source of electricity, just in case we have to do firework. Just
There is nowhere they don't have a secondary electrical source that you can see on the schematics. Bear in mind these are the council or like the local council schematics. So if they've made any additions to it, it that's not going to show up. Pause. Sorry guys, I'm just going to ask for pause for a second. Fucking furry little assholes, give me a sec. Get out! That's it! Out!
We love furry little assholes.
He's not wrong.
Cat fight round 2.
Electric Boogaloo?
I'm going to bath and shave them if they don't stop this nonsense.
Ooh, what a punishment.
No, we've had a stray cat hanging around again, so they all decide they're going to beat each other up because they can't get to the stray cat. So, yeah. Anyway, okay, back in... But yeah, so based on council schematics, that's what you have. You could potentially get the power in the entire area cut if you can figure out a way to do that. But at this point in time, it looks pretty basic.
So obviously, we have this. There's a good chance that they have modified it more thoroughly. In fact, if these are as influential criminals as they seem to be, they likely have. Now, based on the information we've been given, based on the information on the narco aspects, as well as the fact that they do seem to be selling drugs, I would have a feeling that it is the second type of daywalker that is capable of doing some level of alchemy. Because it seems like something that they would be willing to. There's a chance it's still the first kind, but based on what I'm able to lay out, it seems like it's one of these. So if they're doing a lot of that, there's likely the chance that they've made modifications to the building, like adding a laboratory, something like that, likely lots of chemicals. But this is all conjecture. I don't have any hard evidence yet. I will once myself and Ella get in there. But I can't do anything right now. Does that make sense?
What's your plan?
Yeah.
My plan?
What do
I
you
need
want
to
to
get-
do today? Or
I need to get in close without being detected, so that way I can get into their security cameras and figure out what other types of modifications they have made to the building. With a warehouse like this, they almost certainly have. And I have a strong feeling they have a strong security system to allow me to get inside. But I need to be close enough to be able to do that. So Ella, I need you to make a distraction so that way they won't recognize my infiltration. I can't just sneak in there. I'm not very sneaky. I have 2 left feet and a large ego.
Mm-hmm.
You're sneaky.
Yeah, be careful, okay, Ella? Just if your cover is blown, just run, okay? Just don't wait to see what's happening.
That's why I was asking what his plan is.
Just remember as well, I'm going to give you a little bit of a reminder. CC's dossier for you guys stated that you know there's a shipping container in the warehouse. So remember that will be in there at some point, somewhere.
Yeah.
And because he's got it as a cover, the cover is a catering supply company, there's probably shelves with product in there as well. So that is a reasonable deduction that you guys have.
Other thing, if we catch them and we have them by surprise, we can actually get the material and the experiment on or alchemy that you say. Maybe we can have some recipe or something like that to understand them better.
That is beyond our purview at this moment in time. If we
Aren't
see an
we looking
opportunity,
for a
I
book?
love your. Yes, Nicholas?
Aren't we supposed to be looking for a book?
We are, indeed.
Okay.
That's the main concern. Quite honestly, this Daywalker, if we can leave him be, then we should leave him be. He doesn't seem to be causing too much damage on his own. There are bigger threats at play, but we need that book.
Huh, what if it's a cookbook? That'd be funny. Anyway.
101 ways to
I
make
mean-
scones.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Very magical
it's a
scone.
catering, if it's a catering business, we could be going into place an order.
You could. Like I said, that would allow me to hopefully be able to get in, and you would be able to potentially see get other information if you can. Maybe get in the back if you can.
I can certainly try.
William, during this last week, is there a chance you would have reached out to Grover to find out about how to potentially do an infiltration situation like this?
Probably.
So he would have put you onto a small device that you can drop in place. That is going to allow you access to their internal system if they have one. It's basically going to give you an in. So if someone can drop that, just little, basically it looks like a little circular dot. It's a little dot, but it's about this thick. They do exist. I can't remember the exact name of them off the top of my head. But if Ella can drop one or place one in the interior, would give you an in with your global access. Grover probably would have provided you with one in exchange for, you know, a $50 Uber Eats voucher. You know what he's like.
Awesome. Ella would also mention a device that was used to try and spy on them, a listening device.
The one from the bar.
Yeah.
We do have that listening device, yes. However, we don't have the receiver. We have the transmitter, but no receiver. And I haven't created a new transmitter or tried to reverse engineer it yet. I've been a little busy with some research I've been doing to make certain that we know exactly what we're going up against.
Where have you been
So we
storing
don't-
that, by the way, William?
Well, he's got it turned off, and it's currently in his laboratory in a little baggie.
Thank you.
So we don't know who was listening yet at the bar.
No, my assumption is that it's another one of my stalkers. I say stalkers. I'm on many government watch lists, and they tend to start to look into me and start looking into my personal life. You know, all that stuff. You're probably all on one now that you know me. So just keep that in mind. If you're ever being surveilled, just tell the FBI to fuck off. It's fine.
In a
Cool,
bar
cool.
where we have been once.
Mm-hmm. Well, if they're following me,
I don't think they saw us at the bar.
they're really good at pretending like they don't. These people train their entire lives to spy on people. And you think they can't pretend not to see somebody, Victor? You're paranoid.
Insight.
You pretend not to see people all the time. You pretended not to listen to me earlier.
Can I incite him?
With an insight, please.
Thank you.
I'm not hiding anything.
So you're convinced of what you said?
Wits and insight.
Fine. 3.
Well, are you hiding anything?
No, William 100% believes this.
Looks
I
like
mean,
This is the truth.
it looks like it appears that he genuinely believes what he's saying.
I'm going to turn to Emery and say, no, that was weird. That was nuts. I think we were in the middle of something. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
have anything to do with this affair, of course, but no, I mean, it could be an operation like us.
I think what we need to do is actually pull out this plan first of all and get some sort of eyes on as to what this building actually is, so we can gain more information.
Yeah.
I do agree, though, that I believe that we're dealing with probably the second entity.
Okay.
So we'll deal with that fun little listening device after this little debacle.
I don't have any choice.
Ye have
We
so
agreed.
little faith, Ella. You're already calling it a debacle, and we hadn't even started yet.
Everything we do is a debacle.
Look, I've only been out with y'all once, so I guess.
This is
I mean, we're still alive, and that's the most important thing.
And you didn't shoot me. That's impressive.
This is true.
I think we all thought about it.
I'm sure we've all thought it about you as well, William. It would just be so easy.
Anyway, the schematics seem to give us a decent plan. Once Ella is inside and is capable of planting the device, we should be able to gather more information with their security system. Is there any questions?
Nope.
Pretty straightforward.
Then, break.
Wish me luck.
Don't die. I believe in you more than you believe in us.
Yeah, we are going to plan the night shift for us just after hearing from you. Okay?
I need
We are not
coffee.
going. If you have any trouble, just get out.
If we survive this, Ella, I'll buy you at least 2 lattes.
Bitch, you need to buy me a gallon of coffee.
From the Duncan, right? Oh,
From whatever is the most expensive coffee shop in town.
I'm sure the professor can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Maybe.
Friday morning rolls around. Ella, you get up for the morning. Are you going to pick William up, or is it going to be vice versa? What's happening?
I have the better car.
Okay. So, you go and pick William up. Now, William, do you invite her to pick you up from your house?
Yeah. He'd invite her to pick him up from the family estate.
So, you actually turn up in one of the rather old, wealth-rich areas of town to an actual estate. Now, you knew William was a bit sort of, but this is a bit more than you expected. So you pull up in your wonderful classic vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
See William standing on the front steps, waiting.
To pull up to the front steps. Lean over and open the car door. Feel like this is the appropriate measures to take, sir.
You don't have to be so... You don't have to be so like that, all right?
Listen, I'm not usually in this end of town.
Neither am I. I'm usually at the museum.
Yeah, and usually the people I deal with during the day are people who end up in jail for at least 6 months, so.
Hmm? People I deal with usually narrowly avoid jail because of a ton of money. So,
There we go. Hop in.
so he hops in.
And you guys head on over to Onco. Oneko, I think it's said. Apologies. Obviously stopping off. I have no words tonight. Oh my goodness. Stopping by a drive-through coffee place on the way because otherwise Al is just not going to be functioning.
Absolutely.
Now do you guys choose to sort of what's the plan? Are you going to sit around and have a look for a bit first? Are you going to do a walk by? Are you just going to pull up and try and get in and then park further away? What's the actual plan? What are we doing here?
So, probably gonna look before we try and walk up, right?
Probably park a little bit farther away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably try and park a little bit farther away. Try to make certain that our car is not immediately visible. We don't want to make a
Okay.
scene here in the first place, and hopefully we won't need to make have to make a quick getaway. So park a little bit further away.
Wits and awareness from you both, please.
Okay.
I really should up my awareness.
Four?
Four.
Yep.
4 successes.
Ella?
I'm gonna use the willpower.
Oh no.
It's early.
It is early.
Hey, that's much better. 5.
Okay, so with 4 and 5 successes on your wits and awareness, you guys are more than able to pull up probably about a little under a block away. There are a couple of trees on the street, so you can sort of angle yourselves into, say, a car park a bit further up the road. Look like you're going in there maybe, so it's not as suspicious, not as obvious. Being a Friday morning in an industrial estate, there's a few cars and trucks coming and going. There's people, some warehouses or some workshops have got the front doors open. There's a mechanic's workshop a bit down the road. There appears to be a spare parts supply store. There is just general hustle and bustle of a Friday morning in an industrial area. I'm going to say at about 9 o'clock in the morning, because I can't see Ella getting up much earlier than that. She is more of a night owl. So, you pull up, You can sort of, if you get out of the vehicle and have a look down the road, sort of go for a short, little bit of a walk, you can get some eyes on it without getting too close. I'm assuming that might be more of an Ella thing right now. Or is William
Yeah, probably.
going to accompany Ella on her stroll?
William is going to suggest making themselves look like they're a couple out on a walk. However, he's going to let Ella make the choice because William does indeed look very gay. So,
Listen, if you think you can pull it off, by
Well,
all means, come with.
If that is something you're going to do, I am going to ask for a manipulation subterfuge roll from one of you, and the other one can offer a help dice, please.
I have no dots in subterfuge, so I can't even offer a help dice.
Do you have any dots in performance, William?
I do!
I will allow you to offer a help dice because you are performing as a closer to straight man than you appear.
I
can
like
do
that
that.
reason.
You're coming off as what's the old school term? Metrosexual.
I like that reasoning.
And I still stick with the closer to straight. What did you get?
5 successes.
5 successes. All right, that's a pretty good spot. So you guys are walking down the street. Now here's the question: what's your cover for going into a catering supply store as a couple? Because it's not catering; it's catering supply store.
Catering supply store. Okay.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Just an event.
Maybe we're attempting to start up our own catering company, and we're looking for contacts in the industry.
That would work. Awesome.
Okay.
And I'm assuming does Ella have the what do they call it?
The device.
Surveillance device.
Yep.
Cool. So, walking down the street, you know, arm in arm, I'm assuming, or holding hands, however it is you choose to put forward this facade. I'm curious to see how, we'll see where we get to, however you put forward this facade. Making quite an interesting looking couple.
Yeah.
Quite an interesting looking couple. It's not unusual at all for Ella to have some sort of a cover for surveillance work. So it's quite a natural thing for her to be doing this. William definitely hams it up just a little bit, but very much still sort of, Ella's able to sort of just play it off as they're definitely the slightly more elaborate, flamboyant couple. So you start to approach the building, and it appears that it's not quite open for business, quote unquote open for business at this point in time. Or nothing's open. Do you go and knock on the door? Do you...
Are there business hours posted anywhere?
So you walk up to the front door. I'm going to get you both to give me another wits and awareness check, please, as well, as you're approaching.
I'm going to re-roll.
Mm-hmm.
Six successes on a critical.
Nice.
Nice.
I got 3.
Very nice.
I went from 2 to 6, so
So, Ella, in your effort to cover a bit of William's shenaniganery, so to speak, you're not quite as observant as you usually would be in this situation. You do notice the opening hours are 8 till 4:30. They've got a phone number on the door for after hours contact. There's no name to go with the phone number. William, with that 6 with a crit, as you're walking up closer to the door, you notice the security cameras are definitely better quality than you would expect from this premises. Because as you're sort of walking up, you're sort of having a look around, you're definitely keeping a good idea of what's going on. Again, you notice the security cameras are a lot better than you would expect. The optic cabling that's used with them is definitely higher quality than the premises. You notice that the lock on the door that has been reinforced. So the quote-unquote office door has 3 locks. Standard handle, a deadbolt, and what appears to be a pin code lock. The roller door at the front also appears to have had a new lock installed. And you do hear somebody moving on the inside of the building. You hear like someone trip over a box.
saying something's unwise right now.
So remember the facade you have up right now as well.
William's going to point to the operating hours and be like, they should be open right now. We do need contacts.
You're right. She's just looking at him like, okay.
He's going to glance at the security cameras. Are any pointed at the door?
Yes.
Quite a few are pointed at the door.
There is one specifically, sort of on the corner of the building, pointing at where the door is. And there's another one that sort of points at the front sort of driveway area. So the entire front, knowing the basic scope of these cameras, because they're similar to what you guys have fitted in the cell, you know that basically the entire front of the premises is covered. So you have definitely been recorded walking as you've come closer.
So we have to commit now. Because if we don't commit, it's going to look suspicious. Come on. We need to... If we don't try to get their contact information now, we're never going to get this business started.
Oh, well, let's see if anybody's here then. And she'll look for a doorbell or something.
As you walk up to the door itself, you hear from inside, you know those really annoying sensor doorbells? You go ding dong when you walk into a shop?
Yeah.
You hear one of those go off, and the door opens. The person that is in front of you is not Frankie. It's not Frank. It is a lady, red hair, slightly almost strawberry blonde. She's about 5'6", fairly sort of slender looking, slightly on the thick side of slender, a bit malnourished maybe. You can see she's dressed in the black shirt, sort of the quote-unquote uniform. and the black slacks, and she sort of morning. One thing you do notice is the sunken eyes. Her green eyes are very sunken in. And a slight smell of a floral perfume hits you. She has, good morning. My apologies, we hadn't opened the door yet. Can I help you? She'll hold the door open and welcome you in.
Yes, hi, as we walk in. My boyfriend and I, we were looking to hopefully get your contact information. We're trying to start a catering business of our own. And we were hoping, to maybe get some supplies from you guys.
Oh, yeah, apologies, the boss isn't in at the moment, but I can definitely get you some flyers and pamphlets. She's sort of
Oh, that
looking
would
you
be
both
great.
up and down a bit. You're not our normal clientele, but yeah, I can get you some pamphlets.
That would be wonderful, thank you. Any information you can get us would be amazing. We're just starting out.
Yeah.
Okay, not a problem. She'll sort of turn and give you both sort of a look up and down as she ducks out the back and returns with a couple of actual pamphlets on, so it's got plastic takeaway containers, serviettes, like different food grade wraps and storage options. Slide them out. One of the flyers has got some publishing and promotional material. The bottom one is a party supply one, where it's, advertising they hire out disco balls and smoke machines and, the light balls and all that sort of stuff as well. She says, oh, hold on. And she scrolls on the back of the party one. I do some DJ work sometimes as well, like if you ever need someone, she'll scroll a number. And her name's, she scrolls on the back of it, Sarah.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
Gives her number. Don't tell the boss he's not real keen on me handing out my details, but yeah, so what's the plan? Are you guys heading into a kitchen? Are you doing food truck? I've had a few of those. Or are you just doing private functions?
We were thinking about private functions, that kind of deal. I can totally give you the details on the plan. He's more the business side, I'm the creative side to it. And she will try and, get her to leave so that William can, go and get a better look at the warehouse.
Okay, so
William
when
is
you
like-
walked in, you see there's, in the office there's a door to the left. That's obviously an entry to the warehouse. It says staff only. There's the front desk. And then there was the door that she went out the back to. Now I have a question for you. When she ducked out the back, did you attempt to pop the device down or anything? Or were you just waiting there?
When she started talking, she would have tried to slip the device underneath the desk.
So she would have been sort of, alright, so I need you to give me a dex and probably gonna say dex and subterfuge on this one. Or dex and stealth, dex and subterfuge.
Dex and subterfuge, okay.
Probably stealth, actually.
Damn it. Can I argue for subterfuge?
How are you going to argue for subterfuge? Talk to me about it. What makes this more subterfuge over stealth? Because you
have
are
larceny?
talking to her, and how are you arguing?
Because she's trying to talk. She's trying to talk to her and keep her engaged while she's doing it.
Okay. All right. All right. I'll let you have it. Because no, the difficulty is different.
Okay. Okay with it.
is talking to Sarah. What are you doing, William?
So what William's doing to try to sort of help is that because she just passed on the cover as William being the financial guy, so he's taking out a calculator and he's looking at some of the prices and he's taking he's got like a notepad and he's like, okay, this some food costs,
Take a help dice,
like
and I would like a manipulation subterfuge from you guys. From you.
for me.
Sorry, performance from you.
I'm
Okay.
using a willpower.
I'm assuming since this is getting information on the hunt to
Yeah,
some
I will
degree.
let you have it if you want to.
It didn't
How many desperation dice do I get right now?
You guys are only at 1 at the moment.
We're only at 1?
3, you place it. She doesn't appear to notice.
Okay. Doesn't appear.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
able to place
re-roll.
it up and just tuck it.
Yep.
Now, with rolling a desperation at this current moment, I need to know.
Two successes.
Mhm. That's fine.
Out of 4, so it's not that bad.
No, and you didn't hit overreach or despair, which is very lucky. So, with 2 successes, she definitely gives you the side eye. And she turns to Ella and just goes, "You sure you're not the brains of the operation too? You know."
He's, like I said, he's the financial.
Fair enough. Well, look, and she sort of looks down at her watch and goes, I do have to keep moving. Got a delivery out the back. Got to organise and get into the trucks. But yeah, so we deliver as well. So if you ever need things you don't need to come pick it up, we can deliver. We usually don't get a lot of walk-ins here. But yeah, no, by all means. Hopefully all of this helps.
Okay. Yeah. This was great. Thanks.
Not a problem.
All
What
right,
was your name
darling.
again, sorry? And I'll write it down just in case the boss asks.
My name is Jen, and this is Bill.
Billy Barnett.
She sort of looks at you both and goes up. Lovely to meet you, Jen and Billy. Well, again, you guys have a wonderful day. If there's any way I can help, you've got my number. But yeah, I should really get going because boss isn't real keen when we run late. Obviously, you understand. In this industry, it's not okay, you know?
Of course. Thank you for all your help today.
Yeah, not a problem. And you hear from out the back, you hear, "Oi, Sarah!" She sort of jumps. I gotta go. Thank you again. Bye.
Bye. And go back out the front.
As you guys leave, you do hear, "What the fuck was that shit?" As you're leaving. And just sort of Sarah mumbling. Do you guys just walk back to your car? What do you do? Because it's probably about 10:30 by now. So what are you guys actually going to do for the rest of the recon for the day?
Is there a local coffee house with Wi-Fi?
Look, in an industrial estate, there might be like one of those little sort of hole-in-the-wall mini diners, but I don't know if it'd have Wi-Fi. I would assume that William would have at least data on his cell phone that he could.
Yeah, he probably would set up a hotspot. He probably would set up a hotspot on his phone, sit down at one of those little diners, take out his laptop that he definitely brought with him, and we're gonna try to get into the
into the security system.
into the security system.
So
And
you guys go and sit down. You're sitting inside the sort of the little mini cafeteria. Outside of it, what are we doing here?
Sitting right
he
next to him.
But he's like sitting in one of the outdoor tables or inside.
inside,
Mhm.
he is sitting probably at like a booth in like the corner booth of like a place, because he'd wait for the corner booth because this is cool. This
Uh-huh.
is hot girl stuff. Uh, so,
William, the new extra hot girl of the cell. I love it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Billy.
So, give me your edge test, please, for global access.
not in the beta chat, in stream chat and dice. That's not a thing that we do anymore.
So
I kind of really want to use the desperation on this one too.
this is your day's activity. You can technically use it should you wish to. I will warn you though, remember, you hit that wonderful overreach, you'll get the info, but at what cost? And how much dangerous do you want to make this whole entire scenario?
I'm gonna have to use another willpower because I didn't get 4, but I got 3. I got that 4th success. So 4 successes.
With 4 successes, Ella, I'm assuming you probably order a coffee, maybe grab a bit of breakfast while you sit down. William, you takes a little bit, but you're in. After a bit, you get in. Takes you probably takes you half an hour to an hour because you're trying to get the hotspot in the right spot, find that connection. This is the first time you've done this, but you get in, and you can see the camera feeds from those security cameras. So you now get a look at the interior of the warehouse. What you can see is from that door, so you can see the office that you guys were in. You can see that the door that Sarah went through at the back, there is a camera on the back of that. So you can see sort of that room out there, sort of the back office space that has the bathroom off it and everything like that. There is a camera that is pointing to the side at the warehouse, but you can see right on the right hand side of the camera angle just the edge of a shipping container. But otherwise you can see shelves upon shelves of different catering supplies. It looks dirty back there. It doesn't look like a broom has touched the place for God knows how long. In the back office that you can see in there now, you can see a wiry but sort of scrawny but still muscly looking guy. It is not your target. It's probably the one that was yelling at Sarah, because he's currently still doing it. Doesn't matter what she does. Pick that shit up off the floor. I'm sorry. Fucking Rara, can't you fucking do anything right? Because there's audio coming through it. He is just cursing her out. He is not nice. You don't fucking deserve the fix I'm gonna give you, bitch. Fucking what the fuck were you doing out there talking to them? Like, he is just slamming her hardcore. And you get the sense over the course of, how long do you spend there? A couple hours?
Good, probably Well, first he's putting in earbuds and offering one to because we're in a public space,
I assume as
and
much.
he's swearing her out.
Oh yeah. This guy
Uh,
is cursing Sarah out. She's like, I'm sorry, Bobby. Fucking dude. And she's just apologizing to this guy. After about half an hour, he goes, fucking delivery's here. And you see on the outside camera, one of the vans pull up. 2 more people get out. Another woman looks pretty built. So she's very well built. And another guy that's probably a similar frame to Bobby. And they get out and they start unloading boxes that look like they should be catering supplies. They look like they're a fuckload heavier than they should be. They start unloading them into the warehouse. Half of these boxes are taken down the back out of your view. And the other half are just sort of thrown at the front. As Sarah and Bobby go into the warehouse, she trips a little bit and almost drops one of the boxes. He smacks her upside the back of the head and sends her flying. And he's, you fucking dumb bitch, you spell that shit? Fucking telling the boss. The other two go, oi, lay off her. Leave her the fuck alone. She's in here just the same as us. If she's a dumb fucking bitch who keeps opening her mouth to fucking strangers. Rah! The other two sort of pull Sarah away and sort of stay in between Bobby and Sarah for the rest of the time that they're there. And sort of, they appear to take her out. So on the next delivery, Sarah and the other guy that turned up, they go on that one. And the sort of stockier built woman, Teresa, is the name that gets thrown around. She sort of sidles on up to Bobby and goes, oi, fucking lay off or the boss is going to have your head, mate. Bobby turns around and goes, boss doesn't give a fuck about that scrag. He doesn't give a fuck about us. What's it matter anyway? We're here to do the fucking job and get paid, right? Basically, but as he says, get paid, we're here to do the job. Get paid, right? You're in it for the same thing I am. Shut the fucking cake, I'll mind your business. What I do with my fucking missus, that's up to me, not up to you. You get the feeling over the course of the day that you're watching. They really are. He's not a nice guy. No one really likes him. But over the course of the day, you see 2 more deliveries come and go. One thing that's interesting, William, is there's not a camera out the back where you would expect there to be one. Not one that's on the system that you can pick up on. If you can both make me one last wits and awareness as to whether you spot the last couple of details. So coming into the afternoon, probably about 2-3 o'clock. The cafe loves you at this point.
Ooh, that's a total failure.
Oh no.
Did we fly too close to the sun there, Icarus?
I have 3 willpower left. I don't know if I can afford another willpower to spend.
Ooh.
Oh, this is not sounding good.
I'm going to spend another one though.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend one too.
Two.
Where'd mine go? I need to. There it is.
What do you get, Ella?
I'll tell you in a second.
I have as many successes as I have willpower left.
I got 4.
With 4 successes, William, listening to this kind of vitriol for this long really gets under your skin. It's pretty gross. Especially with your personal studies and experience. It's not fun. Ella, you've seen some of the rougher side of the world. It's easier for you to switch a bit of that off. You do hear at one point a voice off camera that does not match the 4 that you've already seen. You are not quite sure whether it's a feminine or masculine voice, though. It does appear almost androgynous. And they mention, you just hear, "Oi, I told you to shut the 2 back doors. The fuck?"
Okay.
So, come the end of your day, you guys know you've got to go back and meet with the others to prep for the night recon. Armed with this information, you head back to a rendezvous point or back to the museum quickly? Where are we going back to? Where are we meeting?
Since this is a full stakeout, we probably have a rendezvous point. Probably not at the diner that we're at right now.
Probably not, no.
It probably would be a like there's a park nearby of some level that would probably be like around there.
Wouldn't be hard to do. There's actually a couple of shopping centres nearby that you guys could meet up at. So, it's like a shopping mall, car park or something like that. So, Emery, Nick and Victor, you guys pull up to the rendezvous point, pull out in the car park. You do come in 1 vehicle, 2 vehicles, how are we turning up? What are we doing?
I'll go with somebody.
Yeah.
Nick will drive us. Nick will drive him.
There we go. So you turn up in Nick's car and you sort of wait for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and William and Ella turn up. Probably with not the best looks on their faces right now.
Ella looks bad.
William looks tired. William looks mentally exhausted.
Dang,
We
what
get some
happened?
rest.
Sorry, go ahead, Emery, again, please.
Dang, what happened?
Well, we saw a lot of shit.
I really want someone in the ground right now.
So
It's the same guy,
you
right?
I think it's this. I think it's the same one. Yes.
It's that Bobby guy, right?
Yeah. If you see a chance to put a guy named Bobby into the ground, go ahead and put him in the ground. Actually,
Just outright kill him, really.
Okay,
Well-
well, how about we talk about how many people are there, where we can get an easy entrance and exit, where are the security cameras? Like, can we get to that part?
Yeah. Everything is all right. You are in the clear.
yeah,
Yes.
we're
Yeah.
mostly in the clear. There are security cameras throughout the entire place, except for the back. There's none on the back where we would normally have one, where the shipping containers come in. My guess would be that's likely from that's where any level of illicit activity is happening. I have a strong feeling that all of them are there for, based on what we just saw, all of them are there for getting a fix of some level of drug.
Some kind of drugs, yeah.
Any
Some kind of drug.
security? Like
There-
other than the
There was a
The
number of people
security
there.
camera.
There was 2 there originally, and then I think 3 more joined in over time from a delivery shipment, and we never saw them leave.
You were able to confirm over the course of the day 4 people that you viewed on camera, 1 voice that you never saw on any of the cameras. But because neither of you sort of went and looked outside, you were sitting in there on the cameras rather than having a physical viewpoint, you never got to see whether they entered or exited the building in any way. Towards the end of the day, you would have seen the 4 that you knew leave and lock up.
So the 4 that we knew left and locked up, that seems to be their daily routine. There's 2 back doors. One of them was unmonitored. Most likely that is the place where any illicit activities is delivered in and out. The place was filthy, looked like it hadn't been touched by a broom in years. Being a supply company, odds are it's mostly just a...
I'd hope to God it's a front.
It's probably just a front.
It seems to be just a front. They had aspects of what seemed to be legitimate income and legitimate clientele there, but it seemed to be mainly a front for other things going on as a thing. They do deliver, supposedly, and they let us know that was a thing that they do. I do think that this is it has some level of legitimate business, but it's mainly a front.
Do you have any idea how many night workers are in there?
Based off of what we've seen, no, I have no clue. I could hypothetically continue to monitor the cameras while you're on there, but I can't get any information to you tonight because, well, you'll be there, and I don't want to risk ruining the operation by sending you a text message.
So,
Question, Cole. I can't remember, when was Nick supposed to get the comms?
Still got another week.
Was it the end of March or the end of February?
End of March.
Okay, never mind.
So the 4 individuals that locked up, there wasn't a shift change of any other individuals. They just locked up and left.
It seemed like there wasn't one, but there was another voice that we didn't see on the cameras at all. He might still be there.
I think we could probably discern that that's probably Target.
It could be the Target. That could be a part of the reason why he was staying off the cameras. If he put them in, he knows where they are, and he knows that he shouldn't be on them regularly. Especially
He has day people, but not night people as far as we know. Because why would you have a shift change if you had night people?
Well,
maybe because everything... Sorry, go on.
If he is what we think he might be, he may be the night guard.
Also, it's a catering supply business. I don't imagine, as a front, I don't imagine they did much business after dark.
Probably not. Probably doesn't need it. It probably would be unwise to get him to have too many people on staff at night. Maybe a single security guard, maybe 2, to keep it as a front.
Then, well, this guy is suspected of selling drugs, though. So where is he selling the drugs if he doesn't have an open place at night?
He might be guarding the back and selling out of the back.
There was no security camera on the back, which means it's probably where he's doing his business.
All right. So what's our Team 2 plan? We know Nick's going to go in and maybe be a distraction. And then Victor and I are going to be support.
Yep.
Do we need to change anything up? Should we go through the back? See what we can find there, since we didn't get any recon on that.
I mean, certainly can.
You will be seen if you try to go through the front.
So the back is probably the best. Maybe we can pretend to be looking for illicit items.
Yeah, we can be buyers.
We don't know that that's
to-
necessarily what they're doing there. We can't know if we can't know. We have no
But
no
anybody
immediate-
looking and seeing that this guy is rumored by the police to be selling drugs, anyone looking for drugs is gonna try and at least see if he has any.
I mean,
Good.
did you? Is there anyone like who can provide any information on that inside of the company? Did you see anyone suspicious? Or I don't know. I'm looking at Emory like.
We do
mean-
have a potential contact within the company, Sally.
Sarah.
Sarah. She could potentially be a. She could potentially be a contact. She could potentially be a contact within the company that we could potentially turn on them. She seemed a little. She seemed like she's not happy and she was being taken advantage of. It seemed like she's a victim in all of this and seems to be hooked on whatever they're selling.
Oh, so you think she can be the contact of that? Yeah, too.
I mean, if we're going to try to go in that route and try to get somebody on the inside who knows what's going on, potentially turn them on them, maybe, but that's risky.
Yeah.
I mean, that Bobby guy was going pretty hard on her.
But if
Yeah,
we
if
do
we
this
bring-
and include her, then we're stripping her of her access to what she likes, and I don't know if she'll be on board for that.
The only thing is you have to remember if we are spotted or something like that, and by your face actually, the two of you, is not going well as it is. If the employer is going to take revenge on her, that's not going to be pretty, right?
No, it probably wouldn't be pretty.
I'm just saying we do have her contact information if we wish to include her. I don't think we should. I think that's a risky gambit, but it is there.
Yeah. I mean, if she's in danger, we have to save her some way.
We do need to
Maybe
save
she
her.
can, maybe she can provide us information on what's inside without blowing our cover. But again,
Our kid's getting eaten alive already in there.
yeah.
Also, we did see the corner of the shipping container. Likely the shipping container we were told is in there that houses the book that we require. It's in the building. If you can somehow gain access to that and gain access to the book, we may be able to achieve our objective without necessarily having to involve ourselves anymore. However, there may be a retaliation. We can't be certain.
I mean, if we steal the book, they are going to ask and find who actually stole the book, right? The book seems important.
Just letting you know that by about this time it is getting to about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys have been standing around in a car park talking about this.
How about before
Anyway.
we make any other decisions going forward, we do what we need to do and figure out our piece of the puzzle from the opposite end?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna go home. Take and go to sleep. I think.
Take
Take
some
a
rest,
bath.
you too.
Put some Epsom salts in there, drip some lavender.
You did a good job, okay?
Well, thanks.
I will let you know, William, you do have all of that footage. You could have saved it on your computer, no issues. Okay?
He's gonna pass a hard drive with the data to them. If you need to look over it at any point throughout the night, here you go. He's going to hand it to Nicholas because he trusts Nicholas more than he trusts the other two, not to break it.
So William hands you a thumb drive that, should you
Mhm.
choose to find a laptop to plug it into, you have access to the footage.
I think William will save that for after they're done and go back and look over anything and see if there's anything they might have missed.
Yep. So the three of you are heading back there. What are you doing?
Are we staying in the car and looking at the facility, just if we see any movement, any patrol inside the building, any movement?
That's what I mean. Like, are you turning up to the front? Are you driving there? Are you parking further away and coming in under cover of darkness around the back, around the front? How are you doing this? What are we doing?
We should try and see if we can park in an area where we can see the back to see if anyone enters into the back.
Okay, give me a wits and awareness, please. Somebody to locate. And if all three of you are working together, whoever it is can have 2 help dice.
I will
I
help.
Are
don't
you
have
better
any
than me?
awareness.
Tac. Okay. Wits and awareness. 6, 7 dice then. Okay.
That's including your 2 help dice?
2 dice? Okay, I thought I had just 1. Okay.
You have 2 help dice
8.
because the 2 of them would be helping to look, I'm assuming.
Well, Nicholas doesn't have any awareness, so
So you get 1, sorry.
yeah, my bad.
Okay. It's fine. You are mental support. It's fine. I'm going to reroll that. God. Now, 2 successes. God.
Well, with 2 successes, all you're doing is finding somewhere to park where you can probably see the laneway that exits. Because it's not like you can park at the back I don't know, are you parking in the back in the laneway? Or are you parking where you can see the entry and exit to the laneway? Okay. Is that you actually telling me, or are you just hinting to someone else to say that? Navis. Can't hear.
I'm hoping someone else will say it, but yes, seeing it rather than going to the back.
Alright. So if you're parking somewhere that you can see it, then that's fine. You can easily get a park sort of on the opposite side of the road to the laneway, and are you guys just gonna chill there? What are you doing? Gonna park in front of a business? How are you doing this?
Do we want to do like an hour of chilling and then if nothing comes from that, then we move in?
That's my point, yeah. Especially, we have an hour where I'm going to just take watch on what's happening, and Nick can actually look the recording at the same time.
Did somebody bring a laptop? Because Nick surely didn't.
You're in a car. And the thing is that was something that I thought you guys were going to review when you went back to the cell?
Well, that's what Nick was going to do, but if someone brought a laptop and we're sitting here an hour, Nick can go ahead and do it. But I know Nick would not have brought a laptop because he was not aware that that would have been an option.
Yeah.
I don't know, Emory. I think
I feel like if we knew that this thing needed a laptop, which we would, knowing it's a hard drive, we would grab a laptop and have things for us to do within the hour of watching.
Okay. Someone roll me a d10, please. 6 and above, and you've got a laptop. 5 and below, and you don't.
9.
You've got a laptop. There you go.
Okay.
Enjoy, buddy.
Easy resolution to
that. Nick is going to plug the thumb drive in.
Yep.
He's gonna. Does he need internet for this? I'd imagine not. It's like saved on a WAV file.
Yeah, no, it's just saved.
Okay, cool. He's gonna make sure to actually turn the internet off on his phone, and the data off on his phone for this. Yep. And then hit play and see what he sees.
You will see at one point you see basically everything that I described prior. Now, bear in mind, that is about 6 hours worth of footage, so you probably only see the first hour or two. So you do see Bobby laying into Sarah, and you see some of that abuse occur. If you fast forwarded through, you would see the other people arrive. I would like both Emery and Victor to give me a wits awareness independently, please, because you guys are keeping an eye out.
Are we used to do like some stakeouts like that?
This is recon. So, because you guys are keeping an eye out, what are you watching for? You watching for cars coming and going too? Yeah. What about you?
I'm focusing on the building, any movement, any goes and going in the
building.
building.
To park down at the other end of the laneway, not in view of the
Yeah.
building, so that you can see whether there was cars coming and going.
Okay.
Okay. It's hard to be in two
Fine.
different places at once if you're sitting in a car. Unless you are choosing to get out of the vehicle and go for a walk down the street. How many did you get on that roll, Victor?
2.
2. Okay, so sitting there over the course of the first hour, Emery and Victor, this does kind of feel slightly familiar. You guys, in different things you've done, you've sat out and you've sort of kept an eye on. You can hear in the back Nick probably making potentially disapproving noises over the images and the audio that he's coming across. You do see one of the delivery vans pull in through the laneway in this hour. So rather than going down the main road and going in the front of the building, it does go down the back laneway. You do see it go in, and about 20 minutes later you see it exit again. So bear in mind, this is at about 6, 7 o'clock at night, just on dusk. So it's very obvious that there's still deliveries going on after dark, or after close of business.
I'm going to turn at Emery. What do you think?
It's not unusual, so it's not a trigger point. It is interesting that it's not open to viewing. They're seemingly taking a more secretive route. So I'm wondering if maybe the products in that delivery is not is a little untowards.
Are we looking again, or what are we playing? Planning?
Has an hour passed yet? Emma would kind of look at the two of them and be like, we're not really going to get any more information unless we move forward.
So if you guys wanted to see the back of the building, you could potentially go on foot down the train tracks. Or down the laneway. If you wanted to avoid detection, you can go on foot down the train tracks. We have 2 individuals who have snipers. Remember that.
Now, the next question I have is, Nicholas, we had you being a distraction. Do you want to be a distraction with us or at the front while we take the back?
What is Nick distracting from?
Whoever we might come in contact with. You know, if someone's at the door, someone's going to answer the door. Especially if it's a one-man person in there.
Okay.
Would it be easier for y'all to sneak in the back if I go to the front?
I mean, we don't have any indication on the lock on the door, right? On the back door. Can we break in without alerting anyone?
You did not have any footage on the back door whatsoever, so you have no idea.
Can I take my scope of my gun and just look with it on the door. Yeah.
So just can you clarify to me what you are doing though? Because you haven't told me where you're going, how you're getting a view of the back door. Because right now, building here,
Yeah.
laneway, other buildings, you guys are over here. So if you want to be able to see the back door, you have to come around the back, over around the back of the train lines. Like, how are you getting this viewpoint? That's what I'm trying to understand here.
I can look at the door before we do anything, but I need a couple minutes.
Okay, so you're gonna hop out and go around. You're gonna walk.
That's my plan, but I'm asking the cell first before doing that.
Oh, okay. Yep, cool. So he's checking in with you two. Do you want him to do that?
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
Because Nicholas is the one that's supposed to be driving.
Yes.
So, with the way that things are set up, would he be able to just have, so it could be subtle, so if someone's actually standing out the back door, the likelihood of seeing us is slim to none, with Victor with a scope using it as a spyglass.
Yeah.
Could, with the way the road's shaped up, if Nick drives down the road and take the long way back to get where they parked, because I'd imagine he'd be able to go in a circle, right? So if he goes down, and then come back, and park the car back where it was, could he see it?
So, with that extra bit of clarification, where do we feel, what are we going to do from here?
I mean, Nicholas would suggest to Victor to use the train tracks. It would be the safest way for him to get a viewpoint without being compromised.
Emory?
I think you should take the train tracks. I will stick close to the building. And then I think Nicholas should take the front.
Have we any mean of communication between us?
A wing and a prayer, my friend. A wing and a prayer.
Text message
Okay.
on silent is an option you always have. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
You have mobile
that's
phones,
true.
you can text and it can be on silent.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a group chat and report every 5 minutes.
Beautiful. There we go.
Okay?
Fair.
Okay, so first, Nicholas, are you going to stay in the car? Are you going to drive down the front? Are you going to walk down the front? What are you actually doing?
I'm blanking. What would make the most sense in this moment? To take the car to the front or walk to the front?
Well, I'm curious as to why Nicholas is going to the front at all. I don't understand the purpose behind that.
Okay,
Guys, we're getting stuck in limbo here. Come on, let's get some stuff moving.
Okay, Nicholas is just gonna go to the back with Emery.
Okay. So, Emery, are you going on foot?
Yep.
Cool. I would like you please to give me a Dex and with your experience, Dex and stealth, please.
Okay. Just me or Nick as well?
Well, Nick's gonna need to do something similar as well, please. If you are walking down the back.
I am going to burn a willpower.
Dex and stealth, please.
Okay, well, Dick is throwing Victor's keys as he gets out the car and says, "Here, in case, keep the car running."
Wow, that didn't help me.
Grab it.
Okay, 2 successes. All right. Victor, I'm also going to get you to give me a wits and awareness, please, as you are coming around to find the correct location to get a good viewpoint on this.
Hey! Alright.
Not only am I going to get you to give me a wits and awareness, I'm also going to get you to give me a dex and stealth as well, please. Or actually, dex and
Going to reroll
survival
that.
for you.
Horrible roll today. Two successes.
On which one? The awareness or
On
survival?
wits and awareness. Yeah, wits and
Which one was-
awareness.
Alright, and then I need you to give me a dex and survival,
And-
please.
Dex and survive. That's good. I'm pretty good at that. I have terrible rolls. I'm going to use another willpower. God.
Please track your willpower.
Yeah, I have one left. That's better. 5 success with a crit.
Okay, you are able to find carefully and slowly a very good location. You set up with your scope. You have a very good view of the back of this warehouse, where you can see 2 doors with no visible exterior locks. There is an outside light, which Emery and Nick both see as they come up. You can see that there is a light on the exterior of this premises. Now, Emery and Nick, please, what are you guys actually doing as you walk up? Are you staying in close to the buildings? Are you hugging the train tracks? What are you doing?
So he is following Emery's lead. So whatever Emery does, Nick's trying to mimic.
Can you please, what was that? Are you following Emery's lead?
Yes, whatever Emery's doing, he is trying to mimic it, and to not great success.
Yep. Emery, what is it that you've decided to do to come up the back of this building?
I would be hugging the walls of either the closest building or the building itself.
Yep. So as you're coming up, you're sort of coming up on the back end of the building. You can see with your 2. Did you give me a wits and awareness, either of you, or no? Nope.
You only had to roll a stealth.
I'll get you to make me a wits and awareness, please. I already have yours, Victor. So you are going to be able to make out. You can see Emery and Nick. They're not being as stealthy as you would expect them to be, but they're doing all right. What did you get there, Emery? 2. Okay, so you see the light on outside. Victor, you are able to see, again, you've got 2 doors.
Yep.
Neither of them have a lock on them. The light is on. And as Emery and Nick, you can sort of move between one to the other, so you can see where they are. As they get about probably, I'm going to say about 50 meters away, you see one of the doors open. And with 2 successes, you hear, all of you, not so quietly, "Fucking bitch! Where the fuck did she go this time? Fucking told her not to go on that fucking delivery. Goddamn fucking slags, you can't fucking trust them, can ya?" And you see the visage of Bobby coming out of that door. What do you all do? And I will remind you, this is meant to be a recon mission. Nick and Emery both hear this because he is not being quiet about it. She better not have fucking stolen any of the gear, or I swear to fuck, she'll be in the ground quicker than she can breathe. So what are you doing, guys?
Dick is clutching his proverbial pearls, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
It's not a shooting situation. Sorry, go on.
So he's just being quiet. Yet again, what he is doing is not his wheelhouse. He is watching Emery like a hawk. Whatever she does, he is following.
Question out of game.
Uh-huh.
Would it be plausible for Emery to have had a crowbar on her at all? Or some sort of, I don't know, melee weapon?
Roll me a d10, please. Tell me what to get.
Okay. Give me a second.
As to whether or not you can pick up a bit of steel or something as you're coming up the back there.
Okay. 8.
Low was a success this time, so no.
Damn. Can I use my gun as a melee weapon?
You want a pistol whip a bitch? Alright.
Well, I don't want to shoot him because it'll make a noise.
So, as this guy comes out of the door, you're still about 50 meters, which is about 50 yards for those who live in Imperial, a little over. Alright? You guys are still currently, to your knowledge, hidden in the shadows. You have not yet been seen.
Okay.
You have not yet been made. Victor, you can see this guy. And you can see another figure behind him. Can't see
Can
who
I?
it is. Not with the successes you got.
I'm always texting.
The figure behind him is
Yeah.
in the shadows.
Seeing what Emery's actually doing, Nick is gonna whip out his phone and look at the group chat, waiting on Victor to text so he can. The
Okay.
cat known as Emery.
Yeah, I'm texting, just recording everything.
So you're letting them know that there's someone behind him. He's not alone.
Yep.
Trying to be as subtle as possible, Nick is gonna go and kind of gently flag Emery down before she gets in full view, and he's going to sign to her, "Hey, he's not alone. Don't do it, please."
All right, Emery will back off and kind of try to hide more into the shadow.
So you guys see this Bobby individual walk outside. He's sort of just standing there. He lights smoke. And just sits there sort of grumbling to himself. He'll pull out his phone, scrolling through his phone. Maybe he's scrolling through, he's watching either TikTok or something that's just constant changing music and sounds, and sort of has a bit of a laugh. Just flicks his cigarette off into the grass, not giving a crap. And he sort of goes, fuck it. Shit, they're gonna be back soon. Fuck, I better move this gear. And he goes inside. Slams the door shut. And again, Victor, you see, there is no external lock on this door or handle. Now, Emery and Nick would have heard him say, shit, they're going to be back soon. Because he's not being quiet. It's very obvious that he doesn't give a shit if he's seen or heard. A little bit of overconfidence there, probably.
I've already texted about the outdoor lock not visible. So
Knowing that there may be another van coming in the next however long, are you guys going to stay where you are? Or are you going to leave? With that knowledge, what are you doing? Nick and Emery.
Emery would like to stay.
All right. Nick is gonna sign to Emery. Wait right there. I'll get us away in. And this is what he was originally planning to do, was because rumors travel. He's gonna act like he heard about some good drugs and managed to find the place looking for his next high.
Okay. So I am going to need from you then, please. How are you doing this? What are you doing?
Well, since he can't get in the back door, at this point he is kind of dropping the stealthy thing, and he is going to sort of play into the occult knowledge he has in the form of like good drugs and mysticism and that sort of like hippie aspect, right?
Uh-huh.
To make it seem like he is not here doing what he's doing, but genuinely interested in the product. To strike up a conversation to give Emery a chance to sneak in behind and do more recon and hopefully maybe even find what we're looking for.
So can I just clarify that you are essentially organizing to enter the building this evening?
Was that not what we were?
I thought you guys were just doing exterior recon. But if we're entering the building, okay, let's go.
Everybody amenable to this?
I'm also texting Victor while this is happening, since the new plan is happening, for Victor to move forward once Nick starts to distract.
Okay, so are you going to... What are you doing? You're going to go knock on the door? How are you going to get their attention? Because he's
I mean,
gone
it's
back
polite
in
to
and shut
knock.
the door. So what are you doing?
Well, he'd go to the front door.
So you're going to
So-
walk back out and around to the front of the building? Or are you going to walk up, because you're in the back already, at the laneway, you just
But
watch
you
him shut the door.
said, now, just to make sure I understood this correctly, there is that side alley, right? That's like that dirt path that
So
goes,
you're gonna
and
go-
I'm understanding it goes all the way up to the front, so he wouldn't have to go out and around the.
Yeah, so
the
you're
whole
going
set
around
of
the
building.
building back up to the front.
Okay, so he'd have to do that. He just couldn't cut through that driveway.
Yeah, that's... So, looking at the picture, so forgive us for those watching along at home, we do have an image. If you look at that, I sort of had this image, see where the word laneway is? Where the Y is on that? That's
Yes.
sort of roughly about where you guys are.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
That makes more sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I'm
Okay.
asking, like, are you going up to that back door? Where you just saw the individual enter it?
No. Because he'd know where the front door is. He shouldn't know where the back door is.
Okay, so you are going to go around to the front door of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Emery, where are you going during this? Because by going around to the front of the building, you are going out of Victor's view.
I am staying at the back and waiting until I hear some form of communication happening at the front of the building.
Okay, we are going to take a very quick break. As Nick, are you just going to knock on the door?
Yeah, it's polite to knock.
So can you explain to me, you knock and do you say anything as you do that?
Nope, he's gonna wait till they answer the door. He's tucked his medallion, his artifact, into his shirt because he doesn't want the supernatural he knows is here to open the door and go AWOL.
Okay, so as you knock on the front door, you hear from inside, "What the fuck?" That same voice that you had heard. "Fuck off, we're closed!"
Ah, come on, man. I heard y'all had some good shit.
I said, "Fuck off, we're closed!" And you hear footsteps heading towards the door.
Yep.
As the door opens, to that wiry yet scruffy looking individual that you have seen on the footage,
This is Bobby,
It's
correct?
Bobby. We're going to take a break at that point because I need a minute. Everyone, I hope you got a drink and a snack, probably some popcorn. Might be needed in a second. Where we left was the cell has been doing a bit of a stakeout, checking in on their target. This appears to have been a bit of confusion as to whether this was an interior or exterior recon situation, where Nicholas has decided to put up a front and a bravado to head around the front. But before we cross to Nicholas, where he's at, Emery and Victor, do either of you decide to take a minute to let the other two members of your cell know what is going on?
I would text Ella.
What would you
I
say
would
to
text
Ella?
her.
We're going in, period.
Ella, what's your reaction to that?
Cursing loudly and calling William.
William, it's about 8:30 at night. You are getting a phone call from Ella.
William, who is in his bathrobe, getting ready for a bath, picks up the phone. Ella, darling, what's this about?
They're going in. We need to go.
What?
I'm on my way to your house. Get ready.
I'll meet you at the building. I'm gonna get in my Prius.
Fine, meet me there.
William's grabbing his guns, stuffing them. He's not getting dressed. He's going in the bathrobe and his fuzzy socks. And he's jumping in his Prius, starting it and driving.
I'm grabbing every weapon I know that can hurt a vampire and heading out.
I would like a composure and drive from both of you, please.
Composure and drive? Okay. That's not bad.
I just have this image right now of William doing this. Like, especially knowing what he kind of looks like. Oh my god.
It's the what I put in the beta chat. That's what he looks like.
Okay, but
Love you.
I just need to know what your roles are, please.
2.
Yeah. Ella?
5.
Ella, you will probably get there first because William, in your hurry, the slippery socks, you're not quite, the Prius just isn't quite making it. So we're going to cross back to you guys in about 5 to 10 minutes, okay? As you will see what you turn up to. We're going to cross back to the other 3. Who... Victor, you messaged William as well, I believe you said you were doing. So
Yeah,
William, not only did you get the call from Ella, but you got a message from Victor.
New situation. Hurry. And that's it.
That definitely is
He
what
just
makes
gets
you
a-
panic. That's why it takes a bit longer.
He gets a group. He sends a group chat to everybody. Idiots. And that's it. The only word.
So, Nick, the door is open and you have seen Bobby. What are you doing?
What was the thing that did Bobby say anything when he opened the door?
What the fuck do you want? We're closed.
Man, I heard from a friend who gets their supply from you that y'all have some really good shit, man. I was hoping I could pick up some while I was on this side of town.
I want a manipulation persuasion.
Okay.
As he's staring at you, beady, almost black, slightly sunken eyes staring at you.
Five successes, I spent a willpower.
Okay. And he stares at you, he's like, what's a little fucking weed like you walking up to a building like this? Got a lot of balls, mate.
Oh man, I've been enjoying for years, man. So, I heard y'all got some good shit. And I
The fuck
definitely
did you hear that
enjoyed new
from?
experiences. Like I said, I have a friend who gets their supply from me.
We're fucking closed.
Alright, would you
Front's
rather me...
closed for business. Alright, dumbass? Whoever the fuck talked to you? And he quietens down and leans in. As he leans in, his breath just... that stale ashtray, probably an underlying tone of beer, and just general, almost metallic smell as his breath hits you in the face. Fucking dumbass. Go around the back where it was fucking I don't know who your fucking contact is. You need to listen fucking better. Come around the back and I'll fucking talk to you there. And he slammed the door in
Okay.
your face.
Okay, well, Nick is just gonna nonchalantly walk to the back. Probably passing Ella and Victor his way.
No, because Emery's still hidden. And
Well,
Victor
Nick would
was-
know where she's at, right? Unless she hid in a different spot.
So Emery was gonna go when Nick was talking inside.
Okay, so you're going to attempt to go inside while Nick was talking. Right. So you're going to come up to the back door. You are going to come across the door underneath the light. And there is another door as you come up to it. Near it. That's in darkness.
As Nick
And
is talking, as Nick is walking back, he is going to text, "Hey, get away from the back door. They want to talk to me at the back."
This is before that.
Oh,
So,
okay.
This is happening while Bobby's talking to you at the door.
Even better.
So, while Bobby's talking to you at the door, what are you doing? Oh, well, Bobby's talking to Nick at the door. You see 2 doors, no door handles.
Yeah, so I know that the one with the light is the one that Bobby went back in. So I'm gonna try and push it open.
Okay, give me a strength and athletics. Like, are you pushing, or are you just testing it?
I'm testing.
Resistance. You can hear, with your skill set, you can hear there is a lock of some kind.
Okay. I will go over to the other door and test that one, and then if I get the text from Nicholas at that time, I will hide away.
As you push on the second one, it doesn't have as much give. And when you push on it, you know from the skills that you have and the misspent youth getting into shit you weren't supposed to. When you push on a door, if it has like a deadlock or something, you hear the metal rattle. You don't hear that this time, but it feels like the door hit something. So it's still resistant, but there's no latch per se.
Oh, good.
As you get the text from Nick.
Ooh, do I go in or do I hide?
Victor, you see Amory push on one door and push on another door.
I'm going to again close up on her, trying to how to say message her with signs like
Yep.
I'm here.
Yep.
Taking just covering up for her if she needs if she's attacked or something like that. I'm looking for a sign from her.
Yep.
Just doing my job basically.
Yep. So you see Victor out of the corner of your eye signing at you that he's there to cover you, basically. What are you doing?
I will sign back to him. This door unlocked, budged.
As you get the text message
So-
from Nick saying, "Get away from the back door. That's where they want to talk to me."
He's going to say we have to get back. We have to trust him. Like
I'll hide away in the shadows for now.
Alright, so I need a dex and stealth. Same as for you, Victor, because you have come out of your location. Dex and stealth.
Yeah.
If you wish to hide. Nick, are you just pondering around, not a care in the world?
Well, yeah, he's pretended to be a junkie, so yeah.
As you send that message, it sends as you're going past the side door to the warehouse. 4? Alright. As you're going past the side door to the warehouse, you hear a voice in here. Well, did you want the gear or not? Come in here.
Okay, I was like, that felt like there was something else to that. Okay.
No, you come on a lot. It is a feminine voice. What are you gonna do?
He's gonna trust his gut.
And
He's activating Thwart.
okay. Make your roll,
Composure
please.
occult.
Yeah.
What in the hell could go wrong?
I have no idea.
Yes, you do. You're the storyteller.
So what's your roll for thwart, please?
7.
Beautiful.
crit.
7 straight, no crit.
Yes'm.
Awesome. So as you take that breath, you activate with no outward evidence of, thanks to all the practice you've been doing, thwart, you feel a calm go over your mind. You're very used to. And then what are you going to do?
It's gonna go in the door.
As you walk in the door, you see the redhead from the footage, Sarah. She just in here. Better than out the back. As she shuts the door behind you and locks it.
Would Nicholas have heard her unlock the door to let him in?
Nope. She had already unlocked it before you left the front door.
Okay, so he could put that together though, so he would know
That door is now
that
locked.
door would have been kept locked. So it's not a weird thing that she locked it behind.
Nope, she's just closed it and locked it behind him.
Okay, he's just gonna step on in.
You hear Bobby's voice. Where the fuck is he? He's just in here. She sort of flinches at the sound of his voice. She goes, he's in the side, Bob. Got him. Bobby comes through the door. You are in the secondary office. And he comes through. And he goes, right. You fucking reckon you got a buddy? Yeah?
Right.
Frisk him. Teresa, so the other bulkier individual, comes out. She goes, alright, spread him. You want the gear? You're gonna let me check you out.
Okay. He complies.
She pats
He's
him down.
very calm.
Yeah. She pats him down, finds his phone, takes it out of his pocket. That can stay here till you leave. Just so we know you're not calling in anyone sneaky.
Of course.
Awesome.
Like I said, I'm just here for the good shit.
So, I'm going to touch base with you two in a minute. So, Teresa turns around and looks at Bobby and goes, right, you can fuck off now. He turns and no, fucking fuck off now. Fucking fine. Fucking throw something, fucking takes off out the door. And Teresa turns and leans back on the desk, sitting on it and goes, alright, all yours, boss. As Sarah turns and looks at you. She goes, look, I'm not the boss, I just talk for him sometimes, okay? What is it you're after? Want some gear? Want a bit of blow? Need a few shards? What are you after, mate?
Man, I tell you, I heard y'all had some good blow and some good psychedelics, so thought I'd hit y'all up.
Of course you're into shrooms.
Among other things. Absolutely.
You got cash?
Of course.
Show.
He puts down probably about $300-400 on the table. He came prepared for this because he knew what he was doing.
Alright, not a problem. Give me a second. Teresa, watch him, yeah? And she exits through a door, and through the same door that Bobby exited, and disappears for a minute. Now, at this point in time, after a couple of minutes of Nick not coming back around the back, what are you two gonna do?
Victor and I have been signing the whole time
Yep.
that we'd give him 5 minutes and then we'd go in.
So even though he said get away from the back door, that's where he wants to talk to me, and that he hasn't turned up, that's still what you're sticking to.
Until 5 minutes is up, and then we will go in because we're assuming he's dead.
Okay, so you're currently at about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes into that. What's up?
I have just one question. Emory, what is your gear right now? What have you on you?
I have a pistol, the crossbow, and the sniper rifle.
Would you
Okay,
have been
because
carrying that when you headed down the
Yeah,
driveway?
That's the thing, because I would assume that Victor grabbed the duffel bag with weapons and actually giving you that when
Yeah.
he
I
comes
can
by.
imagine Victor would have taken that with him to the other side of the train tracks.
Yeah,
Amory to sneak. Okay, so you've got your gear. Cool. All right. Good check.
I got my rifle and my nade gun.
So you
Let's
guys
go.
have got your gear. So, after about 30 seconds, I'm going to need you to make a Dex and Athletics check for me, please, Nick. As Bobby comes flying through that door in a rage, you're a fucking snot like that bitch ain't fucking getting one over me, and launches at you. Goes to punch you in the face.
You said Dex Athletics?
Yep. To dodge out of the way of the punch. Seemingly, strangely, just comes in and it seems like he's just pissed. And he's like, he's gonna fucking launch at the one person he's might be allowed to hit. However, I need you to understand you're beating 7.
Ah, hell. I spent a willpower, it was 2.
This guy comes barreling through, almost into psychosis. He's fucking pissed off. He got kicked out of this room. And he comes barreling back in, fucking whack, 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 lays into you. You are going to take 5 superficial damage as he smashes your nose, lands one good one on your chin, and takes another 2 cracks at your ribs, takes you to the ground floor. Teresa grabs him, throws him against the fucking wall, and points a gun in his face. Tells him, back the fuck up. Fucking psycho, I'm done with your fucking shit. That fucking bitch out there, she fucking told me it's not her fucking job. I'm the one that fucking works for the boss, not that fucking scrag. Rah! He loses his shit. After about 30 seconds, he settles down when Teresa actually cocks the pistol. Fucker. Sarah walks back in, wiping her own face, and looks down at you on the ground. This is the 5-minute mark, just before the 5-minute mark. Not quite, almost. This
Nick is
like
gonna
a
get
fucking
up.
Bang, 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 bang. And she just looks down at you and holds her hand out. Don't mind that fucker.
Since this is gonna... God damn, that guy hits hard. Since this is gonna take... Yeah, he's gonna look at Teresa, holding his nose. It's probably bleeding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've actually had
Yeah.
something similar to that happen. Nick's probably
Yep.
gonna have to have surgery. It's a thing. Yep. I do have some friends waiting on me. Is it okay if I use my phone to let them know that this is taking longer than expected?
Fucking make it quick.
He grabs the phone, shoots off a text. Hey, I'm okay. Taking longer than expected. He literally says exactly what he told her in the text message. Locks his phone, puts it back.
You guys get that message?
I'm showing you the message.
As Sarah's wiping the blood off her mouth, obviously she's copped a hit too. She walks out, drops a bag. She puts her hand up to help you out, if you'll accept it.
Nicholas would have got up to get the phone, because I imagine he didn't just do like this over the desk, so he would have already been standing up. But he would look at Sarah and politely ask for a napkin to wipe his face off.
We don't
Like
have
the
a
true
shortage.
gentleman.
We don't have a shortage of them. Give me a second. She opens up the desk drawer, pulls out a handful of napkins, hands them to him. She has a bag, sort of like partially sealed up, a black bag. If you're still interested, I've got what you asked for.
Does he recognize what it is? Does he recognize what it is?
If he opens it, there's a couple of bags of dried shrooms. Good old mess.
Nothing that seems like new wave designer drugs. Because I know out of character that is a thing. Would he see anything, the bag that doesn't fit that sort of like MO? Because there is a reason behind this. I promise.
I would like you to give me... It would normally be an intelligence awareness or a wits awareness roll, because you're having a quick look through this. And it's a quick look.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how he would know about this with his...
Yeah, because he doesn't have any streetwise either.
Nope. I'll let you make a straight intelligence roll, but that's it.
He's gonna say something instead because of what just happened.
Yep.
He's gonna look at Sarah. Got anything special? You know, maybe for more high profile clients with you guys?
What kind of special are you talking about?
I hear there's all new kinds of designer shit out there. I definitely would make up for me having to have surgery to, fix my face. Not necessarily to ease the pain, but something for fun after the fact.
Fine, look, and she reaches into her pocket, pulls out a bag with 5 pills in it. Drops it in. I was going to give you a discount, but I'll give you them instead. How does that sound?
You're talking my language.
Beautiful. She grabs cash, offers you a bin to put the napkins in.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of sits to the side and goes, look, to be honest, get out of there. Get out. Let's sort this idiot out now. Apologies. And tell your friend, whoever sent you, next time let us know you're coming.
Of course. My apologies.
It happens. As she says that, Bobby starts fighting fullback against Teresa, not giving a fuck about the weapon. And Teresa just goes, mate, get the fuck out, will ya? You're making this worse. Bobby,
Nick,
I swear to fuck if you don't sit down, bitch! Is he leaving?
Oh, he's grabbed his phone. He is out the door because he needs to go to the hospital. He actually got the thing that he wanted, which was the drugs, because he actually is going to give them to William.
Okay, so you are out the door. The door slams and you hear it lock. You're going to head straight back to the others around the back. What are you doing?
He's walking to the back towards his car, and he is texting the others. And he is texting everyone at this point. Hey, I got what I wanted from this. I need to go to the hospital. I'm fine. We are not escalating this any further tonight. Take me to the damn hospital.
So what are you guys going to do about this?
Have William and I gotten there yet?
You would have just been pulling up as this text message is sent out that he's alright, but he needs to go to the damn hospital.
Son of a bitch.
Did
Where
William
are
call?
you?
William is calling Nick.
He is gonna wait until he is in so much pain, because I've had something similar to this happen. I know how bad that
Basically got
hurts.
stomped, bro. That's what happened.
Yeah, you curb stomped his ass.
Yeah.
He is looking. He is in that adrenaline rush of where the fuck is Emery and Victor? I need to go to the hospital, but I am not leaving here until I see them in my car.
Yep. So as you come around the back, Emery and Victor, give me a wits and awareness, please, to see Nick. Not that he's hiding, but I also want to know what you two are doing, please.
There is really impatient for once to get this in on someone, especially after seeing the message of I need to go to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
You just hear the of the weapon.
5 successes on crit for the wits awareness, and Emery is probably actually asking Victor to help her look through the door to see if she can glean what's behind the door.
Okay, there is
We
a
have to
window
find
up
that
a bit
fucking
higher
binder.
That if one of you actually boosted the other one up, you could possibly see through that window.
Emery will lift Victor up.
Alright, so Victor, wits and awareness, please, if you are being boosted up. 3. While boosting Victor up to look through that window, Victor, you're looking through the window, the back of the premises. You can see into the warehouse. You're looking at the top of the shipping container that you were told was in there. And as Nick comes around the corner and Emery, you spot him, just as that happens, so you would have seen, if you were watching most of the time, you would have seen Bobby come raging through, come to the side of the shipping container. You might have just heard a brief conversation, then heard Bobby just start to rage and run back through, and you hear, fucking kill him, he's gonna fucking touch, I'm gonna fucking bolts back through.
Take a picture with my phone.
Really?
Yeah, without the flash, of course.
Okay, not a problem. As you do that, and just as Emery notices Nick come around the corner, Victor, you see someone take a few steps back from next to the shipping container and look up and lock eyes with you, just as Emery drops you.
We need to go. Are you super injured or not?
You look at Nick, there is blood still pouring from his nose. He's holding probably some of the napkins still. But his face is smashed. He looks rough. He's got blood on his shirt.
Can he run? I'm not asking.
Nick,
I'm just
Nick watching what they were doing is ignoring them until they leave. Because I'd imagine he just saw that, right?
So you
Not
guys,
necessarily
you
what
guys are
Victor
hightailing
just
out of
saw.
there. You guys are getting out.
Yeah.
Emery and Victor, are you guys getting out as well?
Someone sees me. Go.
Yeah.
All right.
Nick is playing it safe after what just happened because he ain't taking much more damage tonight. Or
Emery, subsequently holding Victor right now, will probably do like the Victor on top of Emery's shoulder run.
I'm taking point with my kid.
No, okay, so you guys are... I'm just going to assume that you jump down and you run, because that's going to be slow.
Yep.
So you get back to the vehicle,
Please.
and what are you doing?
Well, Nick can't drive, so Victor has the keys. Victor,
Yeah.
hightail it out of here, please.
Yep.
So, William and Ella, the Prius rocks up. Ella's vehicle rocks up before the Prius, so you rock up just in time to see them getting
At this point,
into the car.
now that they're in the car, Nick is calling them and being like, "Hey, leave now."
What are you doing? Yeah,
Peeling out.
Emery.
I had a question. I had rolled with awareness, and I got 5 successes on a crit. I don't know what I saw.
5 successes with a crit. You saw Nick come around the corner. You heard the yelling. But you were boosting Victor up through the window.
Okay.
Because the other thing that you would have seen is after you dropped this, where I was going to go, why I wanted to know how you're exiting. But you decided you were going to shoulder ride Victor out. I'm getting a bit confused. You guys keep changing things. But otherwise, because you would have seen the door start to open a little bit after, should you look backwards. So you guys, either way, you get back to the car.
Yep.
What's the plan?
I'm taking the.
You're driving, Victor, yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to actually look if we are followed on any point, and I'm trying to actually reconvene with everyone. What happened in here?
Because you currently have 3 cars. 2 of them were racing towards you guys. Nick's just told them to get the fuck out. Don't come there. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Nick is going to be like, "Hey, we need a cover story, and I need to get to a hospital."
We're leaving. Operation aborted. Nick, get in my car. We were on a date to a gay bar. You got hit. We're going.
We got hate crime. Okay, cool.
That's a pretty good one.
Yep, so William grabs Nick. You guys head to a hospital.
Yep.
Yes, you had a
Nick
broken nose.
would
But yeah,
Nick would also specifically hand the bag of drugs to Victor and be like, "Go drop these off at the safe house. Put them in the lab for William.
Yeah, I'm
Specifically
trying.
the pills."
yep.
Okay. I'm going to try to just clear our tail
Yep.
of anything.
What's awareness? Anybody that wants to check to see if it's being followed?
Yeah.
That's
Nick.
at least a good roll. 5 successes.
You don't notice a tail. And you don't. You do a couple double backs, you check around, you're not noticing any vehicles, anything following you, nothing out of the ordinary. 2 successes. None for you either. You don't notice anything either.
If I were to hypothetically roll, does Nick take an impairment and is only rolling 1 die? Then it's not worth it. He's
Yeah.
in too much pain. Yep.
I got 3.
You don't notice a tail either. And you don't. But we're gonna sort of start to come to a close here. With the other 3 of you, would you be heading back to the safe house?
Yeah.
So you 3 turn.
And I'm going to.
It is late at night, so you have to use your passes to get in. Come past your guards. And it's oddly quiet, considering what's just happened. Ella, Emery, and Victor, I will leave you guys to end the scene.
Before you say anything, it's a new situation. We have more.
No, okay. Want to fill me in?
I'm going to show them the picture I took with the phone.
Okay. Who is that?
I don't know. It's super weird. Look, Nick was inside for a very long time, and we just wanted to recon. The only thing is, I'm going to fill her in into the how to say, the back entrance opening, but no locks on the outside and stuff like that. And I think I've been found. Someone see my face, I think.
So someone saw you take this picture, and is it
Just
of?
for a split second, but I hope I did not blow everything.
Does the
poor
picture look
girl-
like the thin blood that we were tracking?
No,
Or the potential thin blood? No.
no.
What does the image look like?
It looks like the scrawny guy. That was not Bobby, the other individual.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a new guy. This one.
We knew that there was
Lovely.
4 of them.
But there was a fifth noise, a fifth voice.
This is the face that you've seen. But you were spotted.
Okay.
So I don't think the main guy saw you. I think it happens someone did see you, but I don't think it was the main person. Either way, we should be cautious because they're aware someone was lurking other than the one looking for drugs.
Yeah, I have to lay low now. Here. Just to be sure. Did you see what happened to Nick? What the fuck?
I know he had to go to the hospital. What the hell happened?
He kept texting us that he was fine.
Okay. And now he's at the hospital.
And now we have that. And I'm going to show the drug.
So
We
yeah,
have to find out.
Ella, this is a decent sized bag, and should you look into it, it is full of illicit substances.
Ooh.
There are many
That's a
different
haul.
kinds in there. Nick did ask for a range.
That's quite a haul. Looks like he's got some shrooms and a few pills.
Yeah, Nick thinks they're special in some way. We have to actually test that here.
I mean,
We're not doing anything. William will be testing.
Yeah, of course.
yeah. I mean,
Just imagine
that.
Nick and William getting back from the hospital and the 3 of you sitting in the fucking safe house.
Yeah, that's definitely
Completely
a
high.
thing.
Okay?
Now we have to change our plans.
So let me get this straight. It wasn't your fault this time? Pointing at her sister.
No, I wanted to go in, but I was trying to be nice and letting someone else take point this time.
I was in cover. But the thing is, I have no fucking view of the back. So
Well, that's the thing is we
I was-
know that the door in which Bobby kept coming in and out of locks. The other one doesn't lock, but had something in front of it.
Okay.
So they're not worried about that side, which means that we should be worried about that side.
I think we have a better understanding of the main floor.
Because you
When
guys
Nick
got
will
in.
be better, of course.
We didn't get in. Nick did.
Nick got it. Lovely. Was that the plan the whole time? Were we supposed to get in? Like,
We were
I'm
supposed to do
confused.
recon. There were parts missing that we couldn't ascertain, so we tried to get that.
And at
Okay.
the same time, we saw an opportunity where Bobby was seemingly alone. Sorry. So
yeah.
I was agreeing with Emery. We should have been taking him out in some way. The only thing is, there was more people in there just were watching over him, and that is a new situation.
But didn't we tell you that was a possibility? We weren't sure.
If there are any night walkers in there, you know.
Okay, I love you all. I swear, I love you all dearly. You're my friends. One of you is related to me. I love you all dearly. This is what I tell myself. And she just grabs her coffee.
On that note, we are going to do a really quick shift over to William and Nick as they present at emergency. Nick, you sit there for a while because I don't view you as being super urgent. You're not
Yeah, I'd
dying.
imagine he's gotten the bleeding to stop.
Yeah. By the time they do get you out back, sort of set your nose, get some x-rays done, nothing is broken. Couple of loose teeth. Felt like you was going to shatter your jaw, but not quite enough. There are some massive bruises. You do have a fractured rib where you got a couple in the side of you before you dropped. But as far as face-wise, nothing major broken. You're going to be bruised, you're going to be sore. You will be at a -2 to anything physical for about the next week and a half.
Mm-hmm. Now, does going to emergency and letting them do the patch up
That's what speeds the healing.
mechanically? Okay, that's what speeds the healing. Okay.
So mechanically, we'll discuss the actual mechanics of that shortly.
Yep. Gotcha. Cool.
But then by 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and to be fair, the medical staff believe the story. Because it's not new. It's not unheard of. And they're just there to get their job done. The end of the night, they discharge you. Guys jump into William's Prius. Where are you at? What's going on?
Please don't put yourself at risk like that again.
Honey, it was a drug deal. It'll be fine. It was fine. I promise you I've knocked on death's doors a couple of times in this line of work. Won't be the first time, won't be the last time. It comes with the territory. And as much as Nicholas is trying to mask, he does let some of it slip through because it's just him and William in the car. And William would see a look of, damn, that was close. That could have went bad really quick. And he doesn't verbalize any of it. It is just
That
the
look of realization.
that look of realization and almost like a 1,000-yard stare because he's looking at William while William is driving.
Yeah. Well, William, you guys head back to wherever it is that you're going. And the end of the evening. When all said and done, and you're all, whether it's back in your places, back at your own place, sitting down on the couch watching TV with your sister, whatever it happens to be. Back at the warehouse, a particular scrawny, red-haired individual, better known as Frankie DeLuca, steps out of the shipping container to the absolute bloodbath that partially occurred. He walks up to Sarah, puts his finger under her chin, just goes, "That was a good job." Turns to the others. Teresa almost looks scared and steps back a bit. Bobby stands up straighter, almost defiantly glaring at him. A good inch or two on him in height. It's glaring down at him as Frankie stares up at him and goes, "Come on now, you did me good. Glad you can listen well." He walks into the office, grabs the trash can, pulls out the blood-soaked napkins, and goes, "This'll do just nicely. That's all I needed." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Tune in next time to see what actually happens. Will they come back? Will they get everything? Will they get in? Find out. As always, tune in. SPbN By Night on Twitch and all socials. Have a check around. Check out these amazing people on their different socials that'll pop up shortly. Come and find us. Tune in next time to find out what happens. Night, everyone.